Ho 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 ho! Welcome everyone to this final special December edition of Fine Cider Friday. It is I, Father Cider Critic, and tonight we have got two ice ciders, one from Sweden and one from America. So Sweden against Eden, or Brannland against Eden. First of all, let's get rid of this because I won't be able to taste anything with it. This has been barrel aged. This hasn't. Both cryo concentration methods for making ice cider, so that's the juice has been pressed from the apples and then frozen to concentrate it. This is the 2017 vintage. I'm not quite sure which this one is. I think, no, I'm not sure, I'm not even going to guess. But you know, fairly similar methods, quite a variety of apples in each, but I'm very intrigued to taste the difference. When I posted about this one a few weeks ago, Brannland were very quick to say that they bowed out already, because Eden were their kind of inspiration and why they do ice cider. So that'll be interesting to see which is my preference. But let's start with the apprentice. Let's start with Brannland. Slightly paler colour. Poured myself a rather large measure there. Really rich kind of gold amber colour, if you can see that there. It's 9% this one, I think. Yeah, 9%. Let's see what it's like on the nose. No, really, I love ice cider. You can smell the sweetness. It's a kind of rich dried apple, dried fruit, kind of like apricots and raisins. Like a hint of spirit-like qualities. I don't know, like brandy maybe, but you know, like kind of that stone fruit, that kind of apricot type smell. Yeah, it smells. There's a little bit of spice. It's getting in the way this bit. A little bit of spice in the background, like cinnamon or clove. I just want to have a taste. Let's have a taste. Wow, that finish is fantastic. Really smooth, really sweet. Really sweet, but there's like this kind of nice little razor sharp bit of acidity that cuts through it at the back. Pulls your cheeks really tight at the end. Almost like like a sweet sour type, you know, like tangfastics get you in the back of the teeth, something like that. One more sip. It's crisp, and it's kind of fresh, even though there's this kind of strong sweetness to it. It doesn't linger too long in the mouth. It kind of cleanses the palate, which is really weird to say. One more sip. With some ice ciders, you get kind of a viscosity to it. This is kind of clean. And quite soft. That's really nice. Let's move on to Eden, which, as you can see already, is a lot darker in colour. Something to do with the apples and something to do with that time in the barrel, I would think. This is slightly stronger, 10%. Let's look at that one. Much darker, yes, kind of amber, kind of rusty, burnt orange type colour. Much more on the nose. Real stone fruit in this one. Apricots and cherries. This has been in a ex-apple brandy barrel, and you can definitely smell that kind of that distilled apple. That, you know, it seems ridiculous to say concentrated because that's how they're made, but there's definitely that essence. You get the essence of the apple on the nose. Maybe some like honey. It smells really good. Let's have a taste of that. Wow. Let me have another sip. There's more viscosity to this one. It kind of coats your tongue. It tastes sweeter. It doesn't have as much of that acid that the Brannland did that cuts through it. There's a little bit there, but it doesn't quite shock down your cheeks. It's kind of a lot more, I don't know, like liqueur-like, you know, that kind of sweet, enriched spirit to it. It's got the spice, kind of like, it's got cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and then the fruit is, I can't place it. One more sip. It's like dried apple, dried fruit. The brandy in the barrel give a real smidge of bitterness to it, but the sweetness just kind of takes that into itself. It's fascinating. Oh, I haven't chilled either of these because I wanted to get the most out of the aroma, but I think it'd be interesting to see what they taste like after they've been in the fridge. Let me have one last sip of each and then I shall make my Christmas Day choice. Right. See, I love the tanginess of that. I think that pair marvellously with kind of something that's rich and fatty. At the end of a meal, that would be lovely. This one. This one just on its own is a delight. God, it's hard, that's really hard. I think for me, I really like both of them, and I think they've both got marvellous qualities to them. For the fact that you can drink it on its own, I think, and it's, well, they've both got loads to explore over an evening, and you could easily drink way too much of this because they just don't taste like they've got that percentage. They're definitely one for sharing, and I think I'm going to go with the Eden. I've got a soft spot for Eden. First tasted them at Cider Salon, where I got these glasses. Their barrel series, cellar series even, which was marvellous, and you know, Eleanor and everybody at Eden do marvellous things, and as Brannland, you know, quite rightly said at the beginning, they kind of are the masters of ice cider. And so yeah, I'll go with Eden. And well, what am I left to say? It's Christmas Day. I hope you're all having a wonderful time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I've hit over 100 subscribers, which is fantastic. Cheers to everyone at Brannland. Cheers to everyone at Eden, and Merry Christmas to all.